In the history of sports trolling, there are maybe 5 moments that are absolutely perfect. What Caitlin Clark did to Jalen Brunson just became #1 on that list. She didn't just hurt his feelings, she created the most viral basketball moment of the year without even touching a basketball. This is how you destroy someone's confidence in real time. But before we get to the moment that broke the internet and turned Clark into basketball's most ruthless troll.
Numbers the other way. Inside Walker. Got it from Nimhard with the hockey assist from Haliburton.
Well, how are they scoring from their... Oh, that's going to be a foul on Nimhard.
We need to understand exactly where this all went down. We're talking about May 31st, 2025 at Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. The Indiana Pacers were on the verge of their first trip to the NBA Finals in 25 years. Can you believe that? 25 whole years since they last made it this far. The Eastern Conference Finals Game 6 was packed with celebrities, die-hard fans, and everyone who had been waiting decades for this moment. But here's the thing. Nobody expected that the biggest moment of the night would come from someone sitting courtside rather than playing on the court, and that someone was WNBA superstar Caitlin Clark. Why was Caitlin Clark even there? Now you might be wondering, what was Caitlin Clark doing at a men's NBA playoff game? Well, the Indiana Fever rookie was dealing with a quad injury that had her sidelined for at least 2 weeks. Instead of sitting at home feeling sorry for herself, Clark decided to do what any true basketball fan would do. She grabbed some courtside seats to support her fellow Indiana athletes. Clark wasn't alone either. She brought along her Indiana Fever teammates Aaliyah Boston and Lexi Hull. For Clark, who had quickly become one of the most recognizable faces in women's basketball, this was her chance to just be a fan and cheer on the other major professional basketball team in her adopted home state. Here's what makes this even more interesting. Clark was actually trying to stay under the radar that night. Reports say she was doing her best to avoid being caught on TNT's broadcast cameras throughout the evening. The moment. So what exactly happened? Well, the Pacers were putting on a show against the New York Knicks. Tyrese Haliburton, the Pacers' dynamic point guard, was having the game of his life. He would finish with 21 points and 13 assists, but it was one three-pointer that set everything in motion. Haliburton had been quiet through the first 3 quarters, but then he exploded in the 4th quarter with 11 points. When he rose up and connected on that crucial three-pointer, the crowd went wild. This wasn't just any shot, it helped the Pacers pull away from the Knicks and get closer to their finals berth. As the ball swished through the net and 20,000 fans jumped to their feet, something unexpected was happening in the front row. There was Caitlin Clark, who had been trying to avoid the cameras all night, about to deliver a piece of basketball entertainment that would steal the show. But wait, to really appreciate what Clark did next, you need to understand Jalen Brunson's signature celebration. The New York Knicks guard has this distinctive move he does after hitting 3-pointers. He covers his face with his hand. It's become totally synonymous with his clutch shooting, and Knicks fans know it well. This isn't just some random gesture either. Brunson's celebration has become part of his basketball identity. When he sinks a big 3-pointer, especially in crucial moments, that hand-to-face move is as automatic as the shot itself. For opposing fans, seeing Brunson do this celebration usually means bad news for their team. So, when you think about it, this context makes what Clark did absolutely brilliant. She wasn't just copying any random celebration, she was taking the signature move of the opposing team's star player and using it against him, right there in front of everyone. The perfect troll job! And here's where the magic happened. The moment Haliburton's 3-pointer went in, Clark sprang into action with absolutely perfect timing. She raised her hand to her face, mimicking Brunson's exact celebration, effectively trolling the Knicks star guard right there on his own stage. Think about the irony here, using Brunson's own celebration to celebrate a shot against his team. What made this moment so perfect wasn't just the gesture itself, but everything surrounding it. The reaction was immediate and explosive. Fans and commentators instantly recognized the brilliance of what they had just witnessed. The crowd at Gainbridge Fieldhouse absolutely loved it, and social media erupted almost instantly with clips and commentary about the moment. While Clark's moment was stealing headlines, we can't forget that the Pacers were putting on an absolute clinic on the basketball court. Pascal Siakam was simply unstoppable, pouring in 31 points and earning himself the Larry Bird Trophy as Eastern Conference Finals MVP. The Pacers dominated the Knicks in almost every meaningful category, forcing 17 turnovers and converting those mistakes into easy scoring opportunities. Their fast break attack was particularly devastating, outscoring New York 25-12 in transition points. Obi Toppin added another interesting storyline, scoring 18 points and grabbing 6 rebounds against his former team. The Pacers' 125-108 victory over the Knicks wasn't just about one game, it was about ending a 25-year wait for NBA Finals basketball in Indianapolis. Can you imagine waiting 25 years for your team to make it back to the finals? That's an entire generation of fans who had never seen their team play for a championship. With their victory, the Pacers set up a fascinating NBA Finals matchup against the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Thunder, who won 68 games during the regular season, returned to the finals for the first time since 2012. What Clark accomplished wasn't planned or rehearsed. It was one perfectly timed hand gesture turned her into the internet's favorite troll and gave us one of the most savage moments in playoff history. Jalen Brunson might never recover from this level of disrespect, but hey, that's what happens when you mess with Indiana basketball. And if you love this video, make sure to check out our NBA playlist for more incredible moments, shocking upsets, and legendary performances that had everyone talking. Hit that subscribe button and let us know in the comments. What's the coldest sports moment you've ever witnessed? We'll see you in the next one.